DogWifHat was one of the main performers in this meme coin trading frenzy. Unfortunately, right now the price tends to bleed. Let's have a look whether or not it makes sense to buy this bottom now, because in the end it's a game of buying low and selling high, and obviously right now the WIF token is relatively low. Now in this video, in order to answer this question, we are going to look at on-chain data. We are going to look at data most people are not considering. We are not just drawing random lines on charts. We're actually looking at what are the whales doing, what is retail doing, how is the market in general developing right now. So here a quick refresher. DogWifHat is currently at $1.84 and had temporarily a market cap of almost 5 billion. Now we are below 2 billion. We've seen nothing but declining prices since the end of March. And is there maybe a bottom forming here? Now, why should we look at DogWifHat in the first place? Of course, because it's one of the major meme coins. Across all chains, it's at number 4 in terms of market cap. Still, Dogecoin is more than 8 times the size. On the Solana chain, when ordering by liquidity pool size, DogWifHat is the 4th largest token. So still a lot of trading happens directly on chain. This is not just trading on centralized exchanges. Now the price action of DogWifHat has to be seen in the general market environment, right? When all of crypto is going up, then DogWifHat is going up as well with leverage and vice versa. So the problem is, unfortunately, that all of crypto isn't doing too well. And we can see this very nicely across chains looking at the total value locked. So check this out, this column over here. This is the 1 month change in total value locked for various chains. Solana is the 4th largest chain and it saw its total value locked decreasing by 11% in the last month. There's pretty much only red over here. The only chain that has positive momentum at the moment is the Ton chain. So the TVL for Solana dropped by 11% in 1 month. DogWifHat though dropped by 44% in 1 month. So yes, there is inherent leverage in altcoins, but 44% versus 11%, that's quite a difference. Is there maybe something going on that most people are not aware of? I believe there is something. Let's have a look at the number of whale investors on chain. So I've built a tool to count the number of wallets based on a minimum holding threshold. And on the left side, we've got the number of wallets that have at least 500 DogWifHat tokens. So at the current price, that's a bit under $1,000. That's what I'd consider retail. So long-term retail tends to be accumulating and rarely sells in aggregate. In the middle, we go a 10x from that. So that's now 5,000 tokens or almost $10,000. Here we've seen a lot of accumulation in December of last year. And since then, the holding isn't really changing much for those medium-sized holders. Of course, December of last year was still a very nice time to get into the token. Now on the right side, we see the big problem. This is the wallets that matter by far the most. This is the whale wallets. This is the wallets that have at least 50,000 tokens. So the wallets on the right are 100 times more important than the wallets on the left. And so the accumulation here really doesn't matter that much when the number of whales gets cut by 25% roughly in the last 6 months. The whales continue to take profit. They continue to sell off. And that's the reason why the price is having such a hard time when the overall market is not expanding. I believe the underperformance of DogWifHat in the last month is due to the whales selling off. And it doesn't look like they are stopping. It looks like this is a very constant bleed. And there's still a lot of those wallets left. Now, why is the market in aggregate doing so poorly? I believe it's because no more fiat currency is flowing in. Here are some major stable coins added together. The market cap of DAI, USDT, USDC, of BUSD. When we add all of those together, we can see that since end of April of this year, there's actually no more stablecoin printing going on. So in aggregate, there are not more people depositing their fiat on centralized exchanges that then send it over to say Tether that then print the token compared to people that cash out. So we are now clearly in a player versus player market. Before we had an expanding market, and so it was existing players versus new players. Now it's existing player versus existing player. It's much harder to make money this way. And when no more money is flowing in since April of this year, then DogWifHat has a hard time expanding in market cap as well. also since April of this year, by the way. Now let's have a look at the chart historically. Again, the stablecoin market caps, and when they increase, we tend to be in a bull market. When we go sideways, then the altcoins already tend to bleed. When we are going down, then of course everything is going down, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. This year, this big crash was the Terra Luna collapse. This is when the Anchor protocol went belly up. Then we actually don't have that much more time. But I don't actually believe that we're going to see simply just the same development again. But still, this is not good for altcoins, especially for the risky altcoins where the whales tend to sell. On top of that, we've also got more and more manipulation going on. Unfortunately, some trading volume happens on Binance as well. So that's 27% of all of trading volume. We've also got levered bets on the price now, perpetual futures. They are used quite a bit as well, almost 1 billion of trading volume in the last 24 hours. So you can hear from the tone of this video that I'm not necessarily a fan of buying DogWifHat. I used to cover the WIF token very early on this channel when there was still a rising price, and at that time things looked okay. Now unfortunately we have this double whammy here, right? We've got the selling by the whales and we've got general crypto not expanding. I personally approach this market a bit differently now. Instead of trying to find the 1 or 2 altcoins that might outperform, I'm simply betting on falling prices. When most altcoins underperform, why not just bet on most altcoins doing worse? This is one of those altcoins that I'm shorting. I'm making very consistent gains with this. Since beginning of the year, we went down by almost 60%. And yes, there is a little bit volatility, but it's really not that noteworthy compared to other charts. Right? When you can make money when this continues to go down, then why not bet on this? Why try to pick this one needle in the haystack, right? It makes no sense. I've talked about how to short assets like this, how to find assets like this in the premium membership. So that's down below. That's thebitcoinstrategy.com. There's a 42-minute tutorial video. And of course, in premium, I also discuss what assets make sense to short. And of course, I also reveal what this asset here is. So if you've got roughly $3,000 or so to put on this bet, you should get premium for free, right? This is the kind of magnitude you have to be dealing with. If your crypto portfolio is just a few $100s, then it makes no sense. But if you've got several $1,000s in crypto and you can put 3,000 on this bet, you should get premium for free. There's no guarantee in anything in investing, but at least that's what I personally do, right? I bet on this continuing to fall. I will continue to make updates on various meme coins on this channel, including DogWifHat. If you don't want to miss those videos, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to also give this a like. It will help the channel grow. If your crypto portfolio isn't yet large enough to justify premium, there's also a free Telegram group. Link is as well down below. Looking very much forward to chatting with you.